Hi, this is 365821, and this might be a buddy read video with Katie. So, yeah, it is July, mid-July, and Katie, no, we'll be in there. Katie's chatting with me right now, and we're kind of deciding what we want to read as a buddy read, and she just gave me 3 options. I need to see if I actually have them. And this is the first one, easy peasy, cut by Toko Kawaii. So I have this one. The other one is Awaken Forest. I'm not sure if I have it. It might be in my other collection. Okay, so I do not have Awaken Forest. Boo. But I do have cut. The other one, the third one is so heavy. Because you know Lily, which is right here, which I think I started once. Because it was the name, yes, it was like a buzzword one from last year, and because it had a name in the title, that would fit, and I think I started it, but I don't think I actually finished it. Yokanita and Toko Kawaii. These are the 2 that I have from her selection. Right, I'm gonna message her back and let her know. I just had another message, and I just have a thought, because Yokanita is like a proper OG, big BL mangaka. A Yaoi mangaka, I would maybe class her more Yaoi, because it's that time period. She's of a time period, you know? And I think we should be historically accurate. People are always getting mad about it, but actually, you know, Yaoi was a time. Yaoi was a movement, you know? Anyway, as I'm fixing my plant, I don't know, you're like, what on earth was I doing? I was just noticing there was dust on this. You need to be dusted. Pooey baby. Anyway, Yokanita's OG, and Toko Kawaii is kind of OG. And so I suggested maybe looking at some OG. These are together. That's one of the selections. What was the other one? I need to be really careful, because these sometimes go whoop, and I don't want to be crushed by books. The other one was, I think it's a J title. Take Me to Heaven. I don't know, do I have only one copy of Take Me to Heaven? Oh, it's Hate to Love You is the one that I'm thinking of. That's a Makoto Tatano one. Is it in this drawer? Maybe it's not in this drawer. Take Me to Heaven. Who does that? Who wrote that? Is it a blue title? Am I? Here it is. It's actually sticking out. Here we go. Oh, jeez. See? I told you guys. I told you. I almost died. Take Me to Heaven. It's Nasa Yamato. There you go. Now, I think I started this, or this is also another one I think I started, or I tried to read. He sees ghosts and one sexy guy. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'll let Katie know that I have all... Careful. It's fine, it's just one drawer. It's when there's more than one drawer open. Oh, jeez, my heart. So I have all of them. I'll text Katie. I'll let you know what she says. Hey, chaoticness, hopefully over. My heart is still going. And breathe. So we're gonna pass on this for just now. Take Me to Heaven. This is by Dieu, and Naze Yamato is a creator. So an OG. What an OG. Casino Lily, Yokanita. This is a Be Beautiful production. And obviously OG. And Toko Kawaii, cut. And this is a Jun Yaoi manga. And Toko Kawaii is also pretty OG. So I've got my OGs here. So we're going to read some OGs, but not for a couple of days at least. It's not the 20th yet, but the 20th is when we're going to start. So I'll see you back here on the 20th, and we'll have a wee go at some OG one-shot BL creators. Well, they're not really, but we'll see what they've got for their one-shots. I don't even know anything about them, because I don't think I definitely haven't read this. I started these, never completed, so this will be good. I'm excited. I'm feeling enthusiastic. Thanks, Katie. Let's do this. So, good morning. It is the 20th, so today Where did I put them? I think I put them in one of these drawers. We're starting my buddy read with Katie, and we had decided on these three. So first things first, I'm gonna take a photograph. I'll probably do it right here actually. Of these three to put on social media and do my photos for that. Sometimes I'm really good about making sure I have photos for different platforms and things like that organised, but sometimes I'm really bad at it. So I'm just going to set them up. I do have these flowers here. They've lasted quite a long time. They're probably on their way out. They're probably ready to get put in the bin, unfortunately. This one's still okay, but this one I think looks like it's fallen apart. This one's probably also fallen apart. But they are beautiful, and they were part of a bouquet that I got a couple of weeks ago. That was actually meant for my sister, and she couldn't have it because she was going away, and so it got passed to my parents. My parents passed it on to me, so I was like, okay, cool. So I got some flowers, and these are the last ones, and they're quite pretty, and they just give this pop of colour. They look very yellow on the screen. So yeah, I'll probably put them behind these OGs and get some photos for different social media things, which is just basically Twitter and Instagram, now that I'm on Instagram. I should probably update that and put a link. But I don't think I have. Maybe I haven't. I don't think I have. Anyway, let's get this photographed and start this vlog. I hope I can get this done in one day, actually. I'm hoping one day. I'll tell you what I'm doing today, but first, photos. Okay, so before I start reading some of these, I think I'm going to try and see if I can get all three of them done today. What I have to do today, though, is some editing for video. I just finished. I haven't done the thumbnail yet of all my NetGalley stuff, so I need to edit that video. So I need to get all that onto my computer and take a photograph. I also don't know if I want to use this one or another one. We'll see. I also have to do a little bit more cleaning because I think I might have a client coming over in the evening. And I also have a piece of furniture that I need to see if I can fix. So I actually have quite a lot of stuff to do today, but I'm going to give myself a job to do, and then I'm going to do like a chapter and then do it that way. So I'm going to break up my day and give myself rewards. I also have another video that I wanted to like record the audio for. We'll see. I've got lots of things to do today, but at least I've tidied my living room and plumped up all my cushions. See? All my cushions are all plumped up, so that's good. This one is my favourite because it feels all velvety soft. But I think I got most of these second hand. It's quite good. So yeah, I've got some stuff to do, but I thought I would show this as well. I don't think I've shown this in any other video. This is another charity book that I got. 50p, not bad. I have heard that this is quite a good book, and it's also got a little thing from Richard Osman, and I've got the Richard Osman book 1 for the Thursday Murder Club up the stairs. I have heard some mixed things about Anthony Horowitz. I don't know anything about it, other than I watched, I don't know, some booktuber who did, who I'd never really heard of, but did a booktube thing with Meg with Books. I like watching Meg with Books. She's like, I don't think she's millennial. I think she must be Gen Z. I don't know the generations, but she's much younger than me, so she's just finished university, and she's got a good book channel, and she did a sort of book twin thing that she's doing with different booktubers, and she did it with one of the booktubers, and all three of the recommendations she was like 5 stars, 5 stars, and her favourite book of the year was this from last year. So anyway, I saw it and I was like, oh, okay. And it's another murder mystery stuff. I'm really in my like, ooh, don't you want to get into murder mysteries now? I blame the Big Bad Wolf series. I've done a specific review of that series. I don't know if it's up yet by the time this video goes up or not. We shall see. If it is, there'll be a link somewhere. Yeah, so I'm going to go put this up the stairs. I'm going to decide if I want to do an equal coloured canvas for the thumbnail or the golden gold one, because I've got some of those yellow flowers and I could do them before I take them out of the bowl and chuck them in the bin. So we'll see. I do have these flowers as well, and they would look quite nice around it. Anyway, we shall see. I'll decide. But yeah, so I've got quite a few things to do and these books to read. So I don't know which to start with. I feel like I've read, it's amazing to be able to say, I've read some of Casino Lily, but I do not know if I have finished it. I looked through my Twitter and apparently I started it and may have finished it, so it might not be a new to me. And I was like, I don't remember what it was about. And this one, I think I started and did not finish. So this is another one. That's quite good. They're the yellow chrysanthemums, just like the ones in my bowl. And this one, I know for a fact, I have not started, nothing, have no idea what it's about, other than people are like, oh my god, oh. Like, it hurts, it hurts. So maybe I'll save this one to the end and give one of these a go first. I feel like this is a light-hearted one, so I should maybe sandwich that in between Casino Lily and then something light-hearted and silly, and then finish. Although getting this out of the way would probably help, but at the same time, if it's too emotionally devastating, I won't finish this vlog. So yeah, this is the end one, and then so this is my order. And in terms of how much I will enjoy them, like in terms of like ratings, how do I predict I will rate them at the end? Actually, this is how I think I will rate them at the end. That's exactly it. I think I will enjoy Cut the best, and I think I will enjoy Casino Lily the least. And then I'll take, well, yeah, I think this is it. I think this is it. So that's my prediction. Let's see at the end of the video if that's actually the case. So Casino Lily will be the first one that I am going to read. I am exporting a video at the moment. It did take longer to edit, so I'm a little bit behind on my wee schedule, so I don't know how much reading I'm actually going to get done today. Because I'm kind of hungry, it's lunchtime. But we'll have a wee look at Casino Lily in a bit. So my video is now uploading onto my website. I've got the video done. It's taking a while though. I don't know how long it's going to take. For some reason it seems like it's going to take hours and hours and hours. So I don't know if it's actually going to get posted up today. This is my Kodansha NetGalley vlog, and I want to post it on my Patreon first because I do have a new patron, which I'm like, hello. And also a little bit scary because I'm an introvert and I don't want to be like, oh hi. It's weird. It's weird, I know. I don't know why I have a Patreon, except I'm kind of glad it gives me good vibes, and I want to do loads of things. So if you are on Patreon, look forward to some good stuff coming, hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway, Casino Lily, I just had a quick look and I'm like, oh good, they've got an 18 years of age stamp, which is good. And I also really like to always, this is something quite saucy, to look at who's the translation and all that kind of other stuff, but also when it was published. And I think this is really important. I'm looking at the context of when things are published more and more these days. So it was originally published in 1999 in Japan, and then it took 8 years to get published in English, 2007. And it was $15.99 in Canada, which I think is, I don't know, is that kind of expensive? I don't know about Canadian money, so I need to do conversions and things. That's another video thing I want to look up. Anyway, so I was, I'm not sure if I should show you. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to film some of this is I assume children are not watching. If you are watching and you're a child, see, there's an 18+ thing, so no. If you're watching, you can go log off Go switch off. Go watch something else. Anyway, they've got character profiles at the start, and some saucy pictures. I need to like poke. This one's not too bad. Okay. Which I think is quite interesting and it's quite good. So I'm gonna have a look at these proper, and a little bit of a note about Yokanita. So I'm gonna have a wee read of this. Okay, so far, I'm pretty sure that I haven't read all of this. I read some of it at a certain point and then just stopped, so I am reading it now. There are a few things about this. Be beautiful. What were you doing? What were you doing? Random bold. I just forget this sometimes. Look, Casino Lily, but it's in bold, so Casino Lily. Who or what is that? Well, about 6 months ago, a Japanese gambler showed up here at the casino. Had unusual gambling habits. Lost big time for the first few days. Then suddenly won big and left the casino. Been doing the same thing all over Vegas, but many of the hotel and casino owners are fans. Like, in fact, there. Like, what? Why that one? It's random. Beautiful. Man. Let's see. Also, why is also? Like, oh, please. Let it hit. Please. I don't know. It just feels weird. Like, some of the bolds you can kind of understand, but some of them I'm like, why? Like, they're bolding their names. Anyway, so basically the plot of Casino Lily. Casino Lily is a story of one man's self-exploration, a journey of self-exploration. Casino Lily, who is Magira Yuri being another way to say Lily in Japanese, and therefore is given the name Casino Lily as a nickname because he cannot win when he is betting his own money. But if he's betting someone else's, he wins all the time. And he's on a journey to try and work out why that is and see if he can break that curse and win money for himself. And if that is the case, come back and beat this man who is a man from his past who he loves. On his journey, he discovers lots of other men, including this gentleman, Carlo, who is a casino owner, who is enamored with Lily. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the story. So far anyway. Where am I? I'm just laughing. I'm laughing at all of the nonsense. It's proper Yokanita. The drawings are very Yokanita. There's a lot of smexiness. Magira is just like having his end away with whoever has some money, especially because he keeps losing all of his because of his curse, and therefore kind of pimps himself out to men who are sexy enough to catch his eye and have just enough money that he can bet using their money, and have some sort of experience. And so yeah, although I was a little bit annoyed. Where did I get to? I was a little bit annoyed with this whole thing. It made not terribly much sense, but when Carlo was giving him a deal, I was like, that's like a lose-lose deal for you, kid. Don't take it. And he didn't. And that's what was really good, because I was like, oh well, this is so shit. Is he just going to take this bet? And he does eventually take the bet, but he changes the stakes, which is good, because I was like, that's not a good bet, don't take it. And in the end, what happens is actually quite okay. It's good all round. It's not exploitative in that way. So yeah, I've got a bit more to read, but it's getting later in the evening and I have a client coming over, so I need to make sure that my house is all fine and ready, and I'm gonna have the client comes. So I don't know how much I'm going to get read for the rest of today. I'm going to see if I can finish it. It shouldn't take me too long because it's actually been quite fast. So I'll check in with you when I've finished Casino Lily. I did get this finished last night, all the way to the end. It was a good twist at the end where you're like, oh, who's Shoji? Shoji's that person. And as soon as he picked up the card, I was like, I know it. I know that. And then you had this little extra at the end. So this was a whole Casino Lily story. And it's nice. It's a good one. Smexy times were had. And then this one, Not Guilty, is... It was so stupid. Well, it was funny. It was like, ooh, dun dun dun. Twist at the end, except you knew the twist was coming, because something like this, I'm gonna just show you, because here it is. This lawyer doesn't want to work for the Yakuza, and the Yakuza turn up at his door, and he's like, I'm Mori, the Yakuza man. This is my son Mitsuki. And he says this, or thinks this, he's so androgynous. And of course they've got that bolded, so it's, he's so androgynous! And I'm like, is he? Okay. And then he's going on about the fact that he's been accused of murder. And he's, what did he say? I need to find it. Are the cops crazy? This guy couldn't kill a man. Like, why? Why couldn't he? What makes you think that? Because he's sitting with his knees together? Because he's trying to look dainty? You're an idiot. Anyway, so like I could see that coming a mile away, which was fun. And then you got a little snapshot of Yokanita's creative process, which I thought was quite good. Basically, she didn't really think of this herself. Her editor was like, hey, can you do a casino as a theme? And that's how Casino Lily came about. And that was a nice thing to find out. So yeah, this was it. The thing that I wanted to show, though, and I've probably shown this before in a video, is this one here. So at the back we have, stop, you're going the wrong way. And then you've got adverts for their other works. This is Be Beautiful. So we've got Golden Cane, which I read last year and was, oh, that's a wild ride. And then you've got Samurai Love. Oh my god, that's a wild ride. And you've got Sound of My Voice, which I have not read yet. And I know I haven't. I think I picked it up and I was going to, and then I was like, no. And then Embracing Love, and I haven't collected all of this yet. They're only the 5 volumes, so you can read it. You can read, well, the Sublime have got on the 6 volumes. Then you got the, I was like, oh, is this VHS? No, it was actually DVD. DVD. Playboy Blues, only 1 volume. And then here you've got Love a la carte, which I own. So I've got everything except for all of Embracing Love there. Virgin Soil, which I've never seen. I don't actually think this was originally published. But it's like, was it? Does it have an actual date for it? So this one here says 2003 in Japan. And then here it says 2005 in Japan. So this is like a massive difference between this original work that was published in 1999 and then published in 2007, whereas this one is 2005 and then would have been published sometime after 2000, maybe 2007. It's got an advert. But this is the big question. Has anyone ever seen a copy of Virgin Soil by Haruka Minami out in the wild? Because I don't actually think it's ever been published. I just don't. I don't think it exists. There's 2. There's Virgin Soil and then there's the other one, which is Sex Friend. I don't think that's actually... So there's adverts for it in the back of the books, but they've never actually been published. So yeah, Be Beautifuls. So if anyone has ever let me know. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see a real life picture of it. But I don't think this one got published. This one did. So yeah, there you go. Adverts at the back of books I always find quite fun and interesting. And they become little snapshots. So, Casino Lily, finished. Had my breakfast. There is quite a lot of YouTube videos released today. Kayla's Summer Ween latest one. And also, there's like an Alaska Simple Living. I love that channel. It's so good. There's a Movie Bitches one I want to watch. There's lots of YouTube stuff that I want to watch. But I also want to see if my video has finally uploaded onto my channel. And then that'll be Friday's video. I'll give that one on Friday. So yeah, we'll see. Which is just tomorrow. Anyway, next book will be... I don't know, what will it be? So I finally have my Kodansha title up. It took forever to load up. So I've now finished one book. The next one is going to be Take Me to Heaven. This is Naze Yamato, a due title. Let's see. The due titles usually have the dates at the back, translation information, stuff like that. Mickey Hensley, HC Language Solutions. Production assistants, the Fujoshi sisters, Elisa Tung, Jessica Tung. Elisa. So this was published in 2009, but originally 2001. So, Tsureteke Tengoku. Tsureteke Tengoku. Yeah. So this is 2 years. 2 years of a difference between Casino Lily and this, originally in Japan, and 2 years in English too. The same. So what's it about? I do like her little chibis. They're super cute. A high school student, Fumiya, possesses the ability to see things normal people can't. Ghosts and spirits. Aww. Watanuki Kimihiro. Every time Fumiya sees one, he turns to the tall, handsome and popular Shogo, the son of a temple priest, for help. After being rescued time after time by Shogo, Fumiya can't resist developing certain feelings towards his savior. Watch as ghosts and spirits work to drive these two together. Domeki? Is this just a Clamp ripoff? Because those two, they're my jam. Maybe. Yeah. Anyway, as you can see in the background, there's a box. I might open that and show you what's in it. It arrived, and it's something kind of fancy, maybe fancy for my business, because this old thing is old. There's a clue for you. But I'm gonna give this one a wee start. Hopefully it feels really tight. That's what he said. It feels really tight at the spine. So I'm not sure if I've ever read this because it feels too tight, like, or if I have read it, I've been super, super gentle with it, because it feels really like no one's ever read this before. So I want to keep it as much like that as possible. Oh, they've still got them. They've got them too. Well, I guess it's so bad. Jesus. Am I going to be reading bold? Is this what I'm going to learn from this? That these old OG one-shot BLs just had random bold words? Is that the takeaway from this video? We'll see. So yeah, I'm going to give this a wee read, but it's quite late already and I need lunch, so I'm going to have something to eat. I always say this is what this channel is. It's boys, love, and food. That's it. Okay, so I've just read like almost the first chapter, and I was like, oh wow, this really is like Holic. I was listening to some like chill lo-fi music as well. I might change it up. It was getting a bit depressing. I wanted something more upbeat. Anyway, I'm reading this. It's obviously Nase Yamato. So obviously her style is very distinct, cutesy. She obviously came from the Shota background. We all know the Shota background. We know what happened back then. Anyway, so she has a very distinctive style. And usually there's a lot of comedy in this one. So far there's not too much comedy. Fumiya, the one with the dark hair, moved to a house, and a window of his bedroom looks out onto a graveyard and a temple complex, where the other boy, Shogo, with the lighter coloured hair, he is the son of the Buddhist priest. So he's going to inherit the temple. So Fumiya, is that his name? He can see lots of dead people, ghosts. He sees dead people. And then he goes running to Shogo, and Shogo's like, "No, I'm not gonna help you. I'm kind of..." He's like loved by the girls. He's tall, he's good looking and all of that. And but he can chant sutras, and the ghosts will be kind of like not expelled so much, but they'll be transported to the next realm. And I was like, hold on, this is like Holic. This is like very, very Holic. And I was like, is this just a rip-off of Holic? And so I checked when Holic was written. And this, as I showed, it's 2001 originally. But Holic wasn't written until 2006. Is Holic this? Is this the, like, actual original? Is this the original Holic? Did they use a Nase Yamato work as inspiration? Oh my god. It is kind of very similar though. There is a lot of similarities so far. So, you know, I mean, for me in my mind, Holic is BL. There's always those two get on. Yeah, Watanuki and Domeki. But this is a BL, so we'll see how this one goes. But so far, there are a lot of similarities between this and Holic. As a one-shot from 2001, and for it being a Nase Yamato, it's actually quite good. That sounds really rude, doesn't it? Actually, it's quite good. Usually hers are very slapstick, and this one's a little bit more serious because of the whole ghost thing. And there's a bit of gore as well, and scariness. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Of course I would. It's Holic, but BL. So far, anyway, so far. But as I've said, I've only done a little bit. I've still got quite a bit to go. So, we shall see. But yeah, this is Holic, guys. This is Yamato Nase original Holic. We'll see. So I've just got to a bit in the story where there is a supposed female ghost from another school, and she's decided that she has kind of transferred her affections from Shogo to Fumiya, and she's about to kiss him as a ghost, and so Fumiya's like, Dan! And of course Shogo's like, hold on, it'll be his first kiss. And so he kind of pushes the ghost out of the way. Metaphysically speaking, and physically speaking takes the place, and he just gives the best line, "I've got you covered." I actually love the line. It's great. I love it. It just fits so well with the scene, and also it's just so cheesy. I'm actually really enjoying this. This is really good. I know I should go put my dinner on, but I know I'm like halfway through, so I'll maybe go put my dinner on when I get to the end of this chapter. It's really good. I'm really enjoying this. It's very much like, you know, Monster of the Week type situation where each chapter involves a different ghost or different spirit in some way, which is very much like how Holic started, with each chapter being about a different spirit or ghost or being, that kind of thing, and Watanuki, you know, trying to discover things, and Domeki coming in and just saving the day. And this is it. This is exactly what's going on, and I'm loving it because I love Holic and I love a bit of the supernatural in this. Shogo is very much... what I like is in this particular chapter, it's become quite clear that all the girls have just decided that none of them are gonna go for Shogo in a serious way. They're gonna be like flirtatious and hang out with him and fawn on him and love him, but they're not gonna actually go for it because in their minds he will always choose Fumiya to hang out with and just spend time with and to in a way bully and you know, pull his pigtails type thing, because they all see Shogo as someone who just will choose Fumiya. Even if it's not necessarily in a romantic way, they all just see him as kind of being slightly romantic towards Fumiya, like that's his person. Which I love. I love the fact that that's just what they've decided. And Shogo's like, yeah, I guess that's true. Oh, it's just some parallels with Holic is nice, and I'm here for it. It's great. So I've already had some bread today, so I'm gonna try and see if I can just have like veggies and meat for my dinner. I've got some courgettes, some peppers, some broccoli, and some sausages. They're black pepper and leek. So we'll see how my body reacts to the leek, because I'm not supposed to have onion, and that's part of like the general family, so we'll see. But I've got it some garlic and Italian herb with the veg, so it'll be kind of like an Italian style. We'll see how it looks. So while I'm waiting for my dinner to cook, I thought I'd just continue, and I'm almost finished. I'm loving it. I love this. This is great. This is really good. There's just been a couple of things that I've just really loved. The last chapter was really good, but this one, you can already see what I'm focusing on. This is the most phallic, suspicious speech bubble, because that's what it is. It's supposed to be a speech bubble I have ever seen in any manga ever. That is ridiculous. Yamato Naze, you are a stinker, and I love it. It's so silly. Why would she do that? Why would she do that? Why? The fact that she's made the two main characters have their faces is just so ridiculous. 100% on brand for Yamato Naze. It's but this is the kind of manga it is. Like, you're just like, it's cute, and then she'll just throw in something silly like that. Yeah, I'm almost done. I'm almost finished. I've only got a couple more pages, so I'll let you know what I think. My dinner has been in for almost 20 minutes, so I'm going to check it as well. So I don't know. It's a race to see if the 20 minutes will be up or if the manga will be up. So I have finally finished Take Me to Heaven. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I think out of all of the Nase Yamato titles, this is actually one of the best. It's got a lot of things that I really love. Ghosts and a bit supernatural. And it's a little bit scary, which I really enjoyed. And it's got childhood friends, and they are, you know, very kind of slow burn. It's only until really the later half that you're like, oh, there's definitely something picking up there. So it does take a wee while, and I'm really, like, I like all of that. I like a good, solid story. It also has that sort of episodic nature. Each chapter has something happening, and them having to save each other. So there's like mini stories in as a whole story, and I just love that. Love it. And I think this is the first time I've read it, because as you can see how like there's like no bend. It's only this bit here that's got any kind of bend, and I think that was just me doing that just now. So I don't think this had ever been read, because I don't have any memory of this, so I don't think I read it. I think it was the Makoto Tatano one that I was getting confused with whether or not I'd read it. I have not read this, and I'm really glad I did. This was great. I didn't think I was gonna like this. I love it. I loved it. I loved it. I like reading Yamato Naze's little postscript at the end. She did say that she was thinking about writing a sequel to this, but I have checked on Baka Manga Updates website and there is no sequel. So it's just as it is. I mean, it's a nice ending anyway. The two of them together and their friends all just having a laugh spiritually, supernaturally. It does make me think of some of the male romance that I've enjoyed recently that has had scary, spooky elements to it as well. The one I like is the, what is it, the Mysterious and Amazing? Or is Amazing and Mysterious? I think it's Mysterious and Amazing Blue Billings and Quiet House. So that was the Black and Blue series by Lily Morton. I do recommend that if you're into male romance and you like people who can see spirits and spiritual things and spooky happenings. Also, KJ Charles, I just read her Spectred Isle, and that was kind of spooky and scary too. I really enjoyed that one. Yeah, that there's something about a spooky, and I'm like, I don't read spooky stories. I don't read horror or supernatural thrillers. But yeah, I do. It just so happens that they also have male romance. It's really funny because in my head I'm just like, oh, I read male romance, but there's so much of a secondary genre, or it's the primary genre, and it just so happens that the secondary genre is the male romance aspect, or a Killian relationship, and I really do like a bit of spookiness in my stories. I really do, especially if it's a little bit like oh, and I didn't think I was gonna get. I've never thought I would actually find a book scary, and then Blue Billings, I actually was reading it in the dark. I had the headphones on and I was seeing shadows everywhere in my room, and I was like, I hate this is so scary. And yet it's a male romance, predominantly like advertised. And so there is something to be said about reading different genres. So this is, I think, put as like a horror. Yaoi. And I don't think it's necessarily horror, but there is some scary moments, and like you're kind of like, you know, everything's gonna be okay, but there are some like grotesque, some of the like here on his shoulders he looks in the mirror and there's all of these like evil beings. Or in which one is it, this guy here, when he comes, there's a guy who's kind of like a fraud, but he's not really a fraud because he obviously has some degree of ability, but he can't see the spirits even though he pretends to. And because he's pretending, all of the spirits are like clinging to him, and that was a really like, whoa, because you didn't realize, because he finally like showed his true colors to Fumiya and was like, yeah, no, I'm just like, I'm just faking it. And he starts crying because every time the ghosts appear, tears start flowing from his eyes. That's how Fumiya knows they're ghosts near. And that's when he's like, dude, you're like covered in them. So yeah, there's definitely some like horror aspects to this. So in terms of horror or supernatural scariness with a BL and Take Me to Heaven, I 100% recommend this. This is really good. If you can get a copy, a due copy, and this one was obviously brand new. I can't even remember when I bought it. I don't know who I got it from. I should check. Thank you very much, whoever it was that gave me this. I am super pleased with this manga. And it's not often that I read the old ones and I'm like, this is great. And the fact that this was published in 2001, like she even makes a whole thing in the back saying, yeah, hey, treat me well in the 21st century. And you're like, well, how long ago was that? Yeah, 2001. That's the kind of thing we said back then. 21 years ago. This is a bloody fine manga for 21 years ago. It is solid. It's got great storytelling, great pacing, interesting characters. And this is before Holic. This is the precursor to Holic. I'm very happy with this. I hope Katie loves it too. I hope she loves it. Oh, what if she doesn't? Yeah, so far Casino Lily is fine, but Take Me to Heaven is up there. It's my kind of jam. Loved it. So I have one left cut, but I'm gonna have to see if my dinner's ready yet, and then maybe we'll open that package that I have. So this is what I got for dinner. It doesn't look massively appetizing, but it's actually quite tasty. I've already had one sausage and some veg, and I've got like citrus drizzle, lemon and vinegar drizzle for the veg as well. So even though it's got the garlic and the herbs, Italian herbs, it's also got like zesty freshness as well. So it's actually really tasty, and the sausages are quite nice as well, considering I wasn't really sure. So even just having the one sausage and some veg, I'm already feeling quite full. So I am gonna eat all of this though, because I've got something to watch. Meg from Meg with Books has just posted a video about the library on a cruise ship, and that is like my one burning question. And when I watched her vlog, she did like reading cruise mysteries on a cruise, while on a cruise, and she showed a bit of the cruise ship and everything, and part of it was her walking through the library on the cruise ship, and I was like, no, stop, I want to know, what books have they got, are they good books? And so she's just posted a video, and so I will have those questions answered. I'm really excited. I've always wanted to know what a cruise ship's library looks like and what kind of books they've got, so I'm looking forward to watching that. So it's a wee bit later. I did finish my dinner. It was delicious, and I did watch the video about cruise ship library, and it was entertaining. I really enjoyed it. But it is quite a bit later now. I didn't realise the time. It's like almost 10:30 already. What happened? What happened to the day? So I'll open this box tomorrow, because I'm not going to be able to finish this tonight, I don't think. Or if I do, it'll be really late. And I don't know if I want to talk about it straight away. And also I want to give it the time, because everyone I know who has read Cut by Toko Kawaii has said something about it being like devastatingly heartbreaking and like, oh, rip your heart out. And I haven't even read the synopsis, so I don't know what it's about. Typical. But it's Toko Kawaii, so I know I'm gonna love it because I love Toko Kawaii. So yeah, I'm interested to know. Once again, shall we see? This one is obviously a June manga. Do we see who? Melanie Showen, that's a name I recognise. Graphic design, acting. Oh, I know that name. So there's a few names there that we recognise. Let's see. March 2009. Oh wow, what was I doing in March 2009? I know exactly what I was doing. But originally 2003. So that is almost 20 years ago. What? And what does the synopsis say? It's quite difficult to read. Chiaki Sakaguchi appears to be a sociable, popular high school senior, but he carries a dark secret with him that he can tell no one about, not even his closest friends. When Chiaki meets fellow student Eiji Yukimura, an underachieving social misfit, for the first time he believes he's found someone who can understand his inner pain. As the two become closer, Chiaki learns that Eiji has a secret also, a secret so dark it threatens to overshadow his own. United by a common dysfunction and angst, Chiaki and Eiji begin to search for pleasure together, beyond their pain. Will the pair's growing bond enable them to break free of their troubled past and create a brighter future, or is the damage that's been done to both of them beyond any healing that love can provide? In Cut, Toko Kawaii, the popular creator of Loveholic and Bonds, opens up old wounds to find the true feelings hidden underneath. So it's going to be angsty as all hell. Right. Is it going to be on Little Butterfly level? Because Little Butterfly was like, oh my god, stop, please. And also, everyone get therapy. There are a lot of BLs that I'm like, everyone needs therapy. This one though, no. Everyone is fine. Everyone is great. Casino Lily, also ended up fine. So this is the therapy one, which is why I left it to the end, because people have said it's really heartbreaking, and I knew that if I read this first, I would probably just be like, I don't want to read these. Meh, meh, meh. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to read all of this tonight, or I might just read it tomorrow. I was gonna have like an evening snack, but I ate my dinner too late. My evening snack might have to be my breakfast. I got some like Alpro yogurt and fruit and stuff, so I might have that for my breakfast tomorrow. And finish this, and open this box and show you the goodies, and wrap this vlog up. I'm wondering, what did I say at the beginning? Like, how did I think I was going to rate these? I don't know how I was going to rate them. But at the moment, this one is the top. So, let's see if Cut can Take Me to Heaven. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna, guys. Angsty is not my jam. It's not. It's not my jam. Can you tell I'm stalling? Alright, okay. I'm gonna give it a go. But I'll talk to you probably tomorrow. So, good morning. This is my breakfast. I've got some Alpro yogurt and some muesli, some blueberries and some strawberries. It looks very nice. I've got some maple syrup here, so I'll just have a drizzle and a wee orange afterwards. I didn't make very much progress in Cut. I just read the first few pages. So it seems like there's two boys, and they are obviously trying to get out of having parent-teacher meetings, and they obviously have something that they're hiding, is basically what the premise said anyway. So I'm going to have a wee read of this and the last book, and have my breakfast, and then I think we're opening that package because it needs to be opened. I need to check that it's actually all okay. So yeah, this is what we're doing. I guess it was just a staple of the time that you would have words highlighted. Who, me? I can understand, but I want to talk to you. I don't understand that emphasis. And it's not okay. Maybe I won't say anything. So it's in all of these, all three, all of these 2000s published books, they have just decided to bold a particular word in a sentence, and therefore that's where you're wanting to put the emphasis, but not always does it make sense. And as someone who's taught English language, I'm not sure if that's where I would have personally put the emphasis, and also where you put the emphasis completely changes the nuance of the sentence, so sometimes it doesn't actually work. But anyway, that's something you... Anyway, these two guys are obviously got some stuff going on they're trying to deal with. I don't know. I need to find out what it is. It's gonna be angsty. It's gonna be angsty. So I got myself a wee cup of coffee. I'm almost finished. And just read the rest of this. It was pretty angsty, but also, I don't know, there's something about Toko Kawaii's work that gives you all of that, but still keeps you at kind of a distance, makes you feel for the characters, but never, I don't know, never actually cuts that deep. Maybe for other people who've read it, it was like super impactful. I did read someone mentioning that, is it this one? There's a certain point where they have sex and it's very gentle, and it's not what he wants, it's not what Chiaki wants, because he wants rough. And they kind of compared it to twittering birds, and in a sense that's also very similar, because it is someone who has taken the need for pain as a way to numb other feelings. And Chiaki, in a sense, had also been sexually abused as a child, and so it is very similar. And is very much, you know, wanting sex to maybe deflect from deeper emotions that are not being dealt with. And then you got Eiji, who has to deal with the abuse and attempted murder by his mother, who's mentally ill, which also reminded me of Little Butterfly, because, you know, that's what was going on as well. It was a mother who had mental health problems and was being abusive, and it wasn't being dealt with. It also, in a way, it's a bit like Therapy Game, because that's kind of also something that happened. You know, people with mental health issues, mothers with mental health issues, really, really messing around with their little gay sons. It's not good. So yeah, other ones you might want to read if you want to read Cut, or if you've read Cut, Therapy Game, Little Butterfly. These are also ones that have these angsty feelings. At least they were good. They were good people. You know, the uncle and the aunt and the wee baby, and also the Chinese restaurant lady. She was lovely, and yes, I would very much like some gyoza. I will always say yes to gyoza. I can't believe he said no to gyoza. So there were people looking out for both of them. Well, for Eiji anyway, but it really felt like no one was looking out for Chiaki, and he didn't have his mother, because his mother was one of those types. But at least he had Eiji in the end. So yeah, all the drama llama, and once again, I am asking all of my BL characters to go get therapy. It is once again like the PSA. Once again, I am asking you for therapy. The ending though was nice. I like that there seems to be development with these two characters. They've made some progression. They're making progression with each other. And as an adult and someone who is not living in 2004 when this was created, I would say do not depend on someone to make the work. Go see a therapist. Don't put all your eggs in the basket of one person, as it were. But also at the same time, I do think that they're both working through their issues. And trying to do it for each other as much as for themselves. So that was nice. I don't think it was like massively groundbreaking, and everyone had, you know, said how like emotional this was. I didn't actually find it. Maybe I'm just not in the right mood. Maybe if I'd read it a few days ago, I'd have been like, oh, and crying my eyes out. But not so much. I feel like I did read something just a couple of days ago and I was like bawling. So it's not like I'm not in the mood or the right frame of mind. But this one didn't really hit in the feels to devastate, which I'm happy about, because I don't want to. I don't want to be... and I was afraid that I would be. I was afraid that this was going to break me. And it didn't. It was just very angsty and of its time period. And I'm not sure how this story would be told now. I think it would be told almost the exact same way. Maybe with less sex. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, that's all of them. Shall we open a box? See what goodies I've got? Let's open a box. Okay, I've got my box. See if I can open this up. Dinky and small. It's a convertible laptop / tablet, and I've got 12-month subscription for Microsoft 365. It's an Iota Flow 360, so it kind of flips, and it's got touchscreen. So And it's supposed to have Windows 10, maybe Windows 11 I can put on it, but it's quite a dinky wee size. It's small. I didn't think, well, because I'm so used to my laptop, which is actually quite a large one. This one's going to be a nice wee small one. This is going to be for my business, and also probably for my own personal use eventually, because I don't know how long that one's going to last, but it's a little bit slow, and I need to do some things on for my work. And this is going to be really good. I'm excited. So I thought I'd do a quick little wrap up. These are the 3 titles that I read. I started the video with Casino Lily by Yokanita. Then I had Naze Yamato, Yamato Naze's Take Me to Heaven. And then Toko Kawaii's Cut. So this is a Be Beautiful, Adieu, and the June Manga title. So these are the OGs. Yokanita's very popular. Naze Yamato has been prolific in that time period, and I think all of these were originally published from what, 1999 to 2004. So it's that time period, the 5-year time period, from the turn of the century, which sounds really funny when you say it like that. These are turn of the century titles. And they definitely have that sort of like of the time period feel, except I have to say maybe Take Me to Heaven doesn't. I would maybe say this is timeless. Would I? What? Who is she? Hello? And honestly, it's quite interesting to see in terms of my enjoyment how I would rate them. Like, actually, it's weird because I thought I would rate them like this. I would be like, this is the best, this is second best, and this one is the least. But actually how I'm rating them, this is the best. This I liked second, and this was equally as good. I would say these are almost on a par, but this one far exceeded my expectations and was thoroughly enjoyable. I am actually really pleased. I think I found a new favourite. I really love this. It's kind of crazy because at no point looking at these 3 would I have thought, oh yeah, that was a good read. I really enjoyed this. It was silly, it was cute, it was sweet. It had spookiness. It had Monster of the Week type vibes. It had, you know, a childhood friends to lovers situation. It was a grand old time, and it wasn't angsty so much. It was spooky and scary, and there was a little bit of horror involved. It was Holic. BL before Holic was even Holic. I mean, hello. So that was a really big surprise because this cover does not give the spooky vibes that Inside does. I think this cover unfortunately doesn't sell it in the best way. So if you are thinking about having a wee read of Take Me to Heaven, I have never heard people talk about this as being great. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say, oh yeah, that Yamato Naze title, love that. Have we all been sleeping on this? Please, if you have read this and you love this, let me know. I need to know that there's other people out there who are like, oh, I love that title. Like, this is really good, guys. This is good. Casino Lily was, I think, Yokanita's art style and the overtly sexual, sensual nature of it just kind of shines through in this one. There were things in it that I was like, oh, this is so stupid, this is so stupid. But then it subverted it by actually not going down the stupid route. Like when Monte Carlo, I mean, come on, that name, Monte Carlo. But when Carlo was like, here, I've got this proposition for you. And I'm like, this is a lose-lose situation, dude. Don't take this. Lily. Yuri, don't take this. He didn't take it. He was like, no, I ain't doing that. And I'm like, yes, thank you, because I think some BL titles, some romance titles in general, would have the main character just be like, oh, okay then, and you'd be like, what a fucking idiot. And it's at that point I switch off, and so I never switched off. I was always engaged because the story didn't ever take you in a way. At the point where I thought he's going to be sexually assaulted, he didn't. the guy turned around and says, oh, sorry, dude, I thought you were cool with this. I mean, he shouldn't have done what he did, which was spike his drink, I think. Obviously, don't drug someone. There's a law, rules of life. But afterwards, he had a good chat with him. He then helped. It was even at this point when you're thinking, you know, he's going to end up with this guy that he's wanted to be with, and that's where the story's going to lead, because that's the way a BL story goes. It subverted it and was like, no, and he's not who you think he is, and he's not who you've been led to believe throughout the story. And wasn't that great? It was the subversion along the way of the typical BL norms. Sorry if you can hear like buzzing and stuff. There's a guy cutting grass outside. But yeah, so I like that about this. And Cut has Toko Kawaii's beautiful art style and gentle, lovely storytelling. And she never treats her characters like plot devices. She never treats them like tools. So even though they fit together quite well in terms of the trauma that they've both experienced, they don't fit 100%, and that's why at the end you can still see that they are... She never dumbs it down and says, oh, and they lived happily ever after and everything was fine, rainbows and, you know, starlight, yay! She's telling you they still need to work, and they're going to have to keep working on this, and they're not better. They're not like, it's not magic, a magic pill's been swallowed and they're totally fine now. No, they're not, and they're going to keep working on it, but they're going to keep working on it together with compassion for each other and with a bit of push for each other. So I did like these two. So yeah, I would say they're kind of evens, but this one I just loved, and it was a surprise because I look at this and think, okay, this is what the story's going to be, and then inside it was so much more. So yeah, I'm going to give this 5 stars because it was surprising. And when something kicks me in the gut and it's like, haha, didn't expect that, did ya? I'm like, I didn't. So I got to give it 5 stars. And Casino Lily, I'm not like, I'm actually more surprised about this one as well. So I'm probably going to give it 4 stars. Because it's a nice little encapsulated, crazy little story, but it's got an interesting element to it. And Cut as well, I would say it's a good solid angsty story for what it is. So I'd probably give this 4 stars as well. So overall, what a great reading. OGs bringing it out, they know what they're doing. I had to look up what OG means because I didn't actually know. I mean, I use OG and then in my head I'm going, what does it actually mean? And it means like original gangster. And I'm like, are these the original gangsters of BL? Yeah, guess they are. I guess they are. So, the oldest of them being Yokanita. I don't know age-wise, but in terms of publications. And then Yamato Naze. And then Toko Kawaii coming in at the end. So yeah, these are definitely like OGs. So if you haven't tried before some of the older... I know everyone gets really excited about new releases, but it is worth trying some out, but always remembering the context in which they were written. And I don't think there's anything like massively problematic in these. I think they all deal with issues, but they deal with them in a sympathetic way. So it's not like, it's not the rapey trope and there's no consequences, you know, or the no, we know you mean yes, that kind of thing. There's very much like, this is how the story is going to be, and we're going to address some of these issues. So yeah, I'm really happy. This was a great wee reading. It didn't take me one day, it has taken me a couple. So Katie and I have been chatting as well about them. Hopefully Katie's getting on alright as well with her reads. I hope she enjoys Take Me to Heaven. I'll have to find out. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and it's always good to knock off a few of these titles from my TBR. My TBR is pretty big, so and to find out that they were actually really quite enjoyable. I enjoyed myself a lot with these titles. I'd love to hear from you if you have any OG mangaka that you think I should be reading more from, or if you have a particular recommendation for a one-shot by an OG mangaka that you have as your favourite. Let me know in the comments down below. If you made it to the end of this video and you enjoyed it, consider giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And thanks for making it to the end of the video. I hope everyone takes care of themselves. I'm 365-801 and I make videos about BL manga, yaoi, male romance and all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!